10 years ago, if you told me that I'd become a photographer, I'd say you're crazy. I moved to Maui in 2005, and my dad sent me a camera. It was a 4-megapixel Kodak. And so I'd cruise around Lahaina, West Maui, up by Honolulu Bay, and I'd go and just take photos. I didn't have any money. I couldn't really afford like a big camera. This is kind of what I had. And I would use it, and I'd post a couple photos. And then in 2008, I got a phone call that my dad had terminal cancer. So I packed up, quit my job that day, and moved back. And when I came back home to my dad's house, I noticed that he had this brand new camera just sitting on the counter. I think he bought it, with intentions to use it, but I don't think he really had a chance to use it due to his illness. So, during that time when I was watching my dad, I had breaks in between. So I'd take his camera out and I'd go and shoot surfing, I'd go shoot sunsets, I'd go shoot photos of my nephews, just kind of a way to release some energy during kind of a dark time for me. Because I'd already lost my mother prior to that, and here I am looking at losing my dad. And then my dad passed away about a month later. And it's just so weird because, my dad gave me a gift on the way out. If that camera weren't there, I don't think I'd be shooting photography today. I started posting photos on Facebook, and people were giving me nice comments going, "Whoa, did you shoot these?" And so one of my friends, he's like, "Hey man, your stuff looks really good. If you ever feel like coming to assist or learn about some more photography, hit me up." So I was selling wine. I've been a full-time wine sales rep in the South Bay. And so I'd be taking my vacation time to go assist on these jobs. I think around 2014, the company that I was working for, great wine company, they got acquired. Basically, it just changed the whole dynamic of the company. Oh, you need to wear a suit and tie now. You need to do this and the meetings, and it just kind of lost what it was. And so October 1st of 2014, I quit my corporate job. Worst case scenario, I can always go back and sell wine. But I really wanted to take that leap and just go and really enjoy myself and not worry about anything. Growing up here in the South Bay, shooting these bands, these iconic bands, it's an honor for me to be able to do that. Like with the Descendants, I was just at Hermosa at the standing room, and I think it's the first time in almost 20 years that they've played there. And I remember Frank Nevada lived around the corner from me growing up, and I'd walk to school, I'd see he have his car, and there'd be flyers, Descendants flyers and stuff like that. Or shooting NoFX or Rancid, Social Distortion. I can't be more grateful to the band Pennywise. They've introduced me to so many people in my life that I've been able to team up with and shoot. I'd say a bulk of the people that I shoot have become out of a relationship with Pennywise. You go on tour, I'm in Australia with Pennywise, and I'm in Byron Bay, and Taylor Steele and Kelly Slater are there. I'm talking with Jim and Taylor, and Taylor's like, "Dude, you should go down to Byron, man." And Jim was saying, "You should go down there too." And so I went down there for 3 days. I met up with Taylor Steele at his La Casa artist residency. To get invited to go do something like that, it was a great opportunity. I was at Terranea for New Year's, and I was laying by the pool, pretty wrecked from the night before, and I'm looking at the forecast, and it says, Jaws is supposed to be 43 feet on Thursday, and this is a Monday. I ended up going there to shoot, and I was planning on being there like 10 days, maybe 2 weeks. And then I look at the forecast, then the next week's supposed to be bigger, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's crazy. And I think it's supposed to be like 62 feet or something like that. I'm like, all right. And so I ended up staying from January 2nd to February 2nd. Spent a whole month, shot there about 4 or 5 days. And when you go to shoot at Jaws, it's a commitment. And we get down there around 4:30 in the morning. It's black. All of a sudden you're seeing these lines coming in. The boats will start coming in, then pro surfers will come in and jump out. So I just shot all day basically, you know, and it was so amazing because I remember this one set coming in. It was so big. I was like, holy shit, this thing's huge. And I see this little small going down, makes it down and just blows up. I look at the back of my camera, I take a photo of it, and I texted it to a couple of my friends. I'm like, I don't know who this is or how big it is, but it's huge. Lo and behold, that ended up being the wave that Aaron Gold caught. That was Aaron Gold on that wave. That ended up being the winning shot for WSL Big Wave Awards. You know, I've been doing, mainly landscapes, and that's the stuff that I saw from galleries and privately. But now I'm kind of going a little bit different direction, experimenting a bit and doing different things. And right now I'm doing some long exposure stuff, I'm doing some blur stuff. So it's a little bit different, a little deviation from what I really do, but I'm having a lot of fun doing it and it's fun experimenting. I have a showroom in downtown Hermosa. Basically it's for people to come down and they can see the different mediums of stuff that I do, whether they want fine art, paper, canvas, metal, acrylic, all those different styles. It's basically for people to come down and tangibly see something opposed to looking at something that's on a screen. So here we are at Hermosa Design. This is my first solo art show. I'm totally stoked on their turnout. It's amazing. A lot of people in here, a lot of friends, a lot of people coming from out of town. It's been a long road getting this thing together. It's finally happened, so I couldn't be happier. I'm so happy about the path that I've chosen to go and take a chance and start shooting photos. Because to me, that's what really makes me happy. I get to go out and just see beautiful stuff and try to capture it as best that I can. So lucky to turn my passion into profession. No risk, no reward.